Alright guys, today I have a Zev Technologies Glock 17. Now Zev has actually done a little bit of market research and found out that they heard you guys like boxes, so they put a box inside a box, as far as I can tell. So yeah, basically comes with a standard Glock 17 box on the inside. So let's take a look at this. So they call this the Zev Glock, I think it's a Dragonfly is the model that they call this. And it is based off of a Gen 3 Glock 17. It's actually pretty cool looking. So yeah, let me start off with some of the features here. They feature all Zev parts, obviously. So you got the Zev magwell. It's pretty flared, actually pretty smooth. I like that. And it's kind of big, so it's not something you would carry, but this is a competition gun, so yeah, I mean it provides a very smooth entry, very easy on the reload. Yeah, they've stippled the grip there, so this isn't your traditional grip. It's a little rough though. I mean, stippling is meant to be rough, but if you look at the actual cuts, some of it's a little bit sloppy. It does look like a machine did this, so it's not hand done. Usually hand done they pay a little more attention to, but that usually costs a little bit more. So I think just on the cost saving end and just to also be able to put out more of them, they probably had a machine do this. And it is a little bit rough, but it feels good. It's got a nice positive lock when you hold it. This is their extended mag release. It's really nice. Very easy to tap that. So very easy to use. And they've got a standard extended slide stop, and it is what it is. I kind of expected them to put something different on there, maybe something a little bigger, but this is a standard Glock slide stop. Now they've got their Zev flat trigger in there with the red initial trigger, and it feels good. You know, I like that. It's got a very flat surface, so it's easy to keep your finger right there, just a pad of your finger on there, and let's feel that trigger. See what it's like. It's very soft. It's pretty crisp too at first. It's very light trigger pull as well, so it's not very heavy, and there's very short travel after you actually the post travel is very soft and short. The only thing about it is I noticed that the reset, it's kind of drags a little bit. It's not very positive in terms of following with your finger coming off the trigger. I think I'd rather have something that it's not slapping your trigger finger, but it's more it follows up with a nice positive click, and then you're back on that brake. But the initial pull is very nice. It's very smooth. There's no creep. I like that. Now they've taken the standard Glock 17 slide, so they don't make the slide, and they actually cut out this design. So it's a lot of weight reduction there, and I believe they also cut out a lot of the inside of the slide because this gun is extremely light. I believe this is actually lighter than a regular Glock 19, which is the smaller size gun. So it's I believe this thing cycles very quickly, which is something that you like to have for competition. That's a nice feature, and it looks nice. And it gives you also something to grip on the front without actually cutting serrations in, which is very cool. I mean, it's got a different look to it, and it gives you the functionality of being able to grab from the front, which is always a good feature. You know, Glocks don't come with front serrations. They've also given you some standard Zev sights. There's no fiber optic or none of that tritium stuff. It's basically just strictly competition, so it's just black backed. And they have basically slide cuts serration cuts into the backs of the sights, and that's just to reduce glare when you're looking at them. And they've also cut out the top of the slide with RMR cut. So essentially, if you get a Trijicon RMR, you can put an open sight red dot on the top there for faster target acquisition. The only thing that I don't really like the way they did this is the rear sight actually sits, the dovetail is cut into the plate that covers where you would install the RMR, and so you're at either or. You can't have backup irons and the red dot. I mean, I've seen a lot of setups where they do move this slightly forward and allow you to have the red dot, and you can co-witness tall irons, but and it is personal preference, and I guess Zev just went either or. So that is something worth mentioning. Otherwise, though, it's a very aesthetically pleasing pistol. It looks good. You know, and it's still pretty basic if you consider all the features. A lot of them still leave a lot of things for you to upgrade. Like, for instance, they use a standard recoil spring. It's still a standard Glock barrel, and there's nothing wrong with those. It's just that they probably know you're going to choose your own match grade barrel and, you know, put other things into it. And so it's a very nice base gun. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to shoot it. It's a Glock 17. It's just going to shoot pretty much like any other, maybe cycle a little faster. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a great gun, and it seems like a relatively reasonable price for all the upgrades that are put into the gun. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's a Glock 17. What do you expect, right? And yeah, if you like our video, please like and subscribe. That's another Fireside Chat for you. We got more videos coming up. We also have our Facebook, which we put other stuff on, and sometimes we put things on there that we don't include in our videos on here. And we also want to thank West Coast Armory for providing the gun and the facilities. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I wonder what's in this box. I wonder if there's like another part that I forgot to talk about. Holy crap, Skittles!